Nope, I'm Smatherini, formerly known as the Reaper 29, and welcome back to Shadow of the Erdtree. I'm still here. I took a break and decided to play a different save. So I discovered something interesting. I was watching a little bit of Instagram Reels earlier this morning, and a little while ago I saw a video on Promised Consort Dawn. Turns out his hitbot, turns out I have all right to say this fight is bullshit. Because his hitboxes are actually extended. Yes, that he has extended hitboxes. I hope I saved the video. I think I might have. I'll have to look at a minute. But he has extended hitboxes. So, or damage boxes or whatever. So essentially, the part that connects with your character to deal damage extends past the weapon to such an unmountable degree that I'm genuinely not which I have and I get weapons not connecting, but hold on. I think I saved the video over on Instagram. Let me take a look. Also, I ended up fighting a really shitty pair of shoes. So that's fun. Now have a blister on my right ankle. Oh yeah, I did save it.
It's not because Rahndan is too hard, it's why he's here. I think most people would complain first about damage, but that's not what we're It's the hitboxes, just like the Star Scourge in the base.
So this is from Leaky Dev. Or
I think they just wanted to make the fight harder. The collision.
Yeah.
He says some twins need to be bigger than the blade just to make sure his proton collides. But I don't think the hitbox should be longer than the blade. I said the same.
Here.
I said the same thing if I made it. Seems like they wanted to jump and force tighter dodge. I don't think there's anything real potential achieving it from this many visuals. Never viewed.
Yeah, so it was Linky Dev something. There's a V in the middle before Dev, and look, I don't know how to pronounce the YouTube content creator's name at all. But it's spelled Lekevdve. No, fuck, spelled that wrong. No, Lekevdev. So if you want to look him up, go ahead. But I think that's really cool, and he shows in the video on his Instagram. He might have a YouTube, I'm not sure. But he shows in the video that he's using a dev mode like website or something, or he's using a mod to show off the hit boxes and collision boxes for the boss and whatnot. And I should have Margit Shackle. I have Mogs. Let's hope Mogs works. Here, I'll equip it down here just in case. It has descaling and everything. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, but apparently there's an exploit that you can use to get through this I don't know if they patched it or not, but there's an exploit that you can use to get the armor set from this dungeon. Easy. Oh, of course there's basilisks in here. Oh, that's how you get the gold back attack. I've been trying to find that for a while. So, yeah. Hey, at least they don't give off curse. Oh, I forgot there's supposed to be 2 in here. Yeah, that startled the shit out of me. I don't know what's a safe distance to stand for this fucker. I should really look up a tutorial on how to do this shit. Also, yes, I fucking hate this box. So there's supposed to be like this little trick where you line them up in a specific area. Ah, here it is. Okay, so you come down here, and there's like a trap that triggers, essentially. Ah, I see where I need to go. So wait for the cart to run by, then you stand about here. Then you take, it's supposed to be Margit Shackle, but I'm going to use Modes. Well, that's a load of shit. Supposed to... Did it fucking work? Oh my god, wait. Okay, so you can use either Margit or Morgott or Moog's Shackle. Or Margit's or Moog's Shackle, and you can trigger... Essentially what happens is there's a little trap that sits about right... that sits there. And what happens is when you hit that spot, it will... Hold on, let me take care of the DS1 skeletons real quick. What about this? These are all like colossal weapons and shit. I actually did want to try this out. I don't have 19 faith. Oh, this is Devonia's hammer, not the anvil hammer. Yeah. Once again, faith weapon. I'm not a big fan. Well, I hate faith weapons. Like I've tried faith builds before. Well, I mean, certain faith weapons aren't bad, but there's also a reason why I'm wielding the rotten great axe. What kind of damage? This probably does like holy damage or something. Yeah, so this is the Crucible 9 hammer. Yeah, I just had... This build was super good, is the problem, and I really like the build. Not like a major... I'm not a major faith builder by any chance. Like, how much would I need? I probably need at least like 100 to wield. What's a useless stat? I'm just pumping in. Oh, yeah, I could take 23 from Arcane and stuff it into Endurance. Okay. Oh, we haven't completed the dungeon. Okay. There are ways that you can get out. Anyway, but no, this armor set is something I wanted to try and acquire because It apparently has insanely good defense, so... Yeah. And yes, I know I'm gonna get shit on by the community over here because everyone in Soulsborne has to beat something. Or a bunch of people. Sorry, not everyone, but a good fair few in the Soulsborne community just have to be like, oh, you can't beat this boss, man, get good, L ratio. You know, I sit and stare at Reddit memes all day, and I made a one-tap build where I did hitless Mulaney on a fucking DDR pad or something. I'm like, shut up. Shut. We didn't ask for your opinion. And I don't care if they beat this game on a DDR pad.
Now.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna play a game of stat matching real quick. Also, I only have 50 vigor instead of 60. Just as a solid baseline. And then we'll just go stat matching real quick. Right. Pump a bunch into endurance. Which is actually really good for what my... It's still heavy? Nope, we are at a mid-load. Good. But yeah, I'm sorry I can't show that video to like show you what he's talking about. I'm streaming on PlayStation. Overlay, display chat. Center right. Yeah. Alright, so if there's anyone in chat, you'll now appear center right on my screen, but I will actually pull up my chat manager on the side here. Oh yeah, I was streaming COD yesterday. Anyway, that was just a mic check to make sure I was doing properly, but no, I pulled up my YouTube video from the app. So. Oh yes, I love getting. Yay! What's the point in fighting this boss? He's just gonna insta-kill you. Also, another piece of what I feel like is artificial difficulty with this boss is having all the bosses in the DLC lunge towards you at the start of the fight. Like, seriously? I've seen video footage of someone fighting Artorias. He never did that shit in Dark Souls 1. Everyone's like, oh yeah, DLC of the year. Far from it. Hate to say it. I hate The Last of Us. But I think The Last of Us is a fucking better job than Shadow of the Tomb. But yeah, so when I kept you know how I'll like step back a little and think I'm safe from getting hit by the boss, and then I'll suddenly get hit with clearance? Apparently that's because shitty boss design. Somebody might have rushed their DLC like they rushed the end of their first Dark Souls game. FromSoft. Yeah, I'm calling you out on your shit. Like I said, I was clear from that. But instead of not taking damage, I took damage because Rahndan can just do fuck you damage anyway. Unlike much even with 50 vigor, this is still a difficult fight. By the way, I'm in NG1. I'm not in New Game at all. New Game Plus at all. Okay, can you pick a consistent target? And also, what are you doing? Are you a brute force fighter? Someone can summon like mystical space rays and shit. Pick a fucking lane. That's another problem I find with this DLC is they didn't pick a fucking lane. Oh my god, even the like sunbolt things don't have a consistent hitbox. Ooh. FromSoft, either patch this shit or, you know, yikes. Yeah. Hey guys, can y'all patch that shit? Listen, I get it. Jump attack spammers suck, but at the same time, your bosses are artificially bullshit. On so many accounts in this DLC. Ah, yes. Also, I'm gonna do. I think I'll say favorite bosses for this DLC are. Let's see, number. Yeah, this is like the bed of chaos of Shadow of the Earth right here. Quite fucking literally, too. On the account of the hitbox design. Also, I've never beaten this boss because it's just so tedious. They just made him such a pain in the ass to beat that I just never gave enough of a shit to beat him. I've also tried to fight this guy in NG+7. You don't know what hell is till you try to fight Promised Consort Rahndan in New Game Plus 7. Dude, you could, once you've seen it in, like, with the graphics format out and the, like, someone showing you the collision boxes, you really start to notice it in the actual game. See, summoning shadow clones, what the fuck is going on? Also, what is with this rush mentality you gave all of your bosses? Why do they have to suddenly rush the player? Makes it really hard to play a Soulsborne game when you're trying a more Dark Souls style game when you're trying to make it run like fucking Bloodborne. Listen, Bloodborne was good from something, just the fucking sequel, and we will stop bitching. Oh wait, it's owned by Sony Computer and it'll never fucking happen. Because Sony is the equivalent of a greedy red dragon. I guess greedy blue dragon? Really? Probably shouldn't be saying that when I'm playing on a Sony console. But to be fair, I don't like this DLC as much as I wanted to. I don't know why this is becoming my second review video on this DLC, like I've already made one. But I guess I'll do my, like, top 3 bosses. So, top 3 for me are Rallana, Mesmer, and Midra. Least favorite boss is this one. Fucking given. Also, by the way, I could not remember how to spell consort, so I just gave up on, and I wasn't gonna look it up, so I just said Rahndan and Miqulla. Also, the Miqulla plotline is so stupid. Like, it's basically sideline when you start playing the actual DLC. It feels so sideline compared to, oh look, you gotta kill Mesmer. Like, yeah, Miquella's here, but we really don't give a shit that he's here. Is the mentality I get from Shadow of the Erdtree. And we could have done so much more with Miqulla as a character. Or at least FromSoft could have. I don't know, I'm saying we, like I worked for FromSoftware. But no, FromSoftware could have definitely done a bit more with Miqulla. Also, he didn't need a gravity suction attack, like that already sucked when he... Jesus! Also, once again, example of the rush mentality they gave this boss, where you can't even spirit summon unless you get like a 40-second gap where he's already started a stupid attack limit. Come on, Memphis. I also hate how useless they made spirit summons in this DLC. They like totally sidelined it. Oh, he inflicted Rot status and I didn't get Lord of Rot's exaltation bonuses? That's stupid. Haha, not today, bitch. Oh yeah, I don't get to finish the critical. Also, super stupid that he gains his next, like, power-up right there. Like, it should have been at half health, like it usually is for any other boss in the game. Except for Estelle, but Estelle is a special case. He is our special little boy, and he is actually fun to fight. Also, enough with the fucking camera shit, dude. Jesus Christ. Problem with bosses that float, fly in the sky for too long is that they fuck with the camera, and it's really disorienting. It ruins the experience of the fight. When he's hanging in the air and you have to try and dodge his attacks when the camera is already inverted enough. I mean, if you don't do well with motion sickness, I don't think you'd be able to handle a lot of sword moves. That's a fucking good one. Alright. Oh, that's just his light dash attack, except he did it closer. Okay. Also, of course, he gets a bullshit power boost right at the...
I promise you, 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Hey, I think, hey, Rahndan, I think your boyfriend's trying to cheat on you. I hate that awkward pause, dude. What the fuck was that? This is such a stupid fight. Also, by the way, doesn't have to do that much damage. From artificial difficulty through bullshit hitboxes to just doing a fuck-a-tillion damage, this is one of the worst bosses I've ever fought in a From Software game. The only one I'd say was worse was Blood-Starved Beast, but to be fair, not even that one was as tedious. It was just the slow poisoning that made the fight suck. In the end, it was a minor thing that made the fight suck, not From Software half-assing their boss. Jeez, man. You said you were really upset when you fucked up Bed of Chaos, but you willingly fucked up the final boss of your most anticipated DLC? Damn, y'all really throwing out some double standards here. Most anticipated From Software DLC, by the way. They couldn't even make it right. I will say this armor is actually doing something, which is nice. But can we not have I'm tired of every boss that does holy damage to have some turbo new flash fire like starting attack, like, or some attack like that giant golden wave, like the Elden Beast has a giant golden wave attack that is damn near unavoidable unless you're standing against him when he activates it and roll against it. This is really hard. This is really hard on the eye as well. I will say, this fight, oh my god. Like, I wasn't even next to that. I rolled through that. Like, I'm starting to see why people are... Also, I think they nerfed Lord of Blood's Exaltation Talisman. This build used to shred his ass. Like, desperately shred his ass. And now it's not really doing as much. So I think what they've done is they've artificially nerfed the Lord of Blood Talisman, which is fine because I actually wanted a different one. Yeah, I'm gonna rock that for a reason. What the fuck does this do? like, the first version of Rahndan was super cool, I will admit. Like, Starscourge Rahndan, super cool. And he had an actual story purpose. Now, this is just the force-fed, like I've said in my review video of the DLC, it felt like they force-fed him into the DLC because he was in promotional material. And so he has to be forced into everything. Like, I get Miqulla being here, like, this is literally Miqulla's story, but even then they don't do shit with Miqulla. And Mesmer is basically non-fucking existent in this DLC. Like, he's here just to be this menacing foe for 20 fucking minutes. You know how stupid that is? And he was like the boss of the DLC. Not Rahndan. If he had said so, and there's no lore even hinting in the base game, there's no lore hinting to the fact that Miqulla and Rahndan would have been, like, promised to each other. Which is another plot hole. Well, that is a massive plot hole with this DLC that I fucking hate. Is that they kind of just bullshit forced Rahndan into the DLC just to say they had the big guy from the promotional trailer in the DLC, which is not the route you want to go, Thumbsoft. Especially with a boss who already served his fucking purpose. Like, and then he's got, oh, he was revived using Moog's weakened, battered body that we totally didn't mutilate using a blood rot build. You know, makes tons of sense that someone we mutilated using, like, an insane build, and, you know, someone's weakened, shriveled corpse can somehow bring forth a great warrior, and I guess Miqulla is giving him bullshit levels of plot armor. But you thought I was gonna let you hit me there, bud? Wait, did I proc rot? No, of course I didn't. Now that is such a horseshit attack, by the way. Dude, FromSoft, we get it. You want to counteract players bullshitting your boss, but please just stop. You've ruined this boss by trying to counteract stuff that we will find ways to do anyway. Like, shield poke builds are like the get out. If you want to beat this guy, I've seen more shield poke builds beat this guy than just regular ass builds. Why? Because shield poking him seems to be more effective than actually fucking fighting him. Because hiding like a little bitch behind a shield is always going to be more fucking effective than playing the actual goddamn game. Also, does he suddenly become like hyper immune to rot damage or something in his second phase? What the fuck? Yeah, there's Lord of Rot's exaltation. I watched it happen, and then the buff disappeared. So essentially, if I could pull off a stagger, which is never going to happen at this rate, because I'm not using a heavy style weapon. I didn't set this weapon with the heavy attribute. No, we didn't proc rot. Okay, let's... Explains why I didn't see Lord of Rot's exaltation appear. There it is. I really wish at a certain tier, or like when you level your weapon to plus 25, you gain the ability to add a third attribute to your weapon. Because then I could do Rot, Bleed, Frost, all in the same weapon, which could be really cool. So when he's standing still like that, you can punish him for damage. I wouldn't recommend it, considering that this guy gives you no openings. It's just all speed damage, speed damage, speed damage, bullshit hitboxes that we just... Like, as if Bed of Chaos wasn't a learning experience for why you don't do shit like that. And if FromSoft really wasn't paying attention to... Dude, did you literally just see that? I was hit, even though I wasn't even next to him. He was feet away from me, and I was still hit by that shit. Yup, this boss really is the worst boss of the DLC. And he's supposed to be like the big final boss. He's supposed to mean something. This dude doesn't mean shit. This is not his domain. He isn't of the Land of Shadow.
I promise you, 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Nice. And then he's gonna, like, not take any damage from my Mimic Tier and hyper aggro towards me all of a sudden? Yeah, literally told you. He stayed aggro on me even though the Mimic Tier started whooping his shit. Oh, and he's doing this shit again. Guess I'm dead. This is such a bad boss fight that it sucks. Some stuff you really need to think shit through before. What the fuck? Hold on, I gotta tend to the blister on my ankle real quick. It's leaking juice of some sort. It's secreting a weird clear liquid, and I don't know what it is. So let me. Because, like I explained, I found a pair of shoes that ended up blistering the hell out of my ankle. And so, yeah, hey, we made it pretty far, and I'm gonna say it, Frost is better than Lord of Blood Exaltation. Yeah, we'll go Great Axe Talisman. Oh no, it's the big scary Batman of the DLC, the promised little bitch Rahndan. You know, the guy who I absolutely destroyed once and can't do it again because From Software bullshit leveled his defenses on everything. Like, that's stupid. Did they raise his defense? Was there another patch I wasn't aware of where they artificially raised his defense again? But the difficulty for this does feel like hyper-artificial. I mean, like, this is stupid. Hey, Lord of Rot Exaltation, let's go. Or Kindred of Rot, not Lord of Rot. There is no Lord of Rot, there's a Goddess of Rot. Technically Rahndan's stepsister, sort of, not really. Lore is very complicated, and the America family tree is so ass backwards that it will never make any sense. Because apparently Melina and Mesmer now have to be factored in somewhere, which makes the whole thing even worse. Ah, yes. Forgetting he can now shoot laser beams is the absolute worst. I'd really like to have some of these skills on a Faith build. Too bad we'll never get to fucking see them. Gain access to the player, because I think you get like a gravity spell, and like, I don't even know what you get. But from defeating this boss, you get a crown that has no use or worth. It's the one on Miqulla's head right now. Guided by compassion. My dick. Nice going, Miqulla. There we go. There's some damage. Jesus Christ. Can you fucking chill, my lad? Oh, we're doing this shit again. Rahndan. It's not even promised. It's promised Consort Rahndan, then Rahndan Consort of Miqulla. That's actually a really interesting one. Consort of Miqulla. Does that mean they fuck? Like, canonically? How will this work? Can Miqulla reproduce asexually, or... like, how is this going to work? Or is Miqulla like a Buddha or something? Like, I have to ask these questions, especially because Saint Trina used to be a part of his body. Yes, it's that Saint Trina. Oh, I'm so glad I avoided that shit. Once again, the motion blur really makes it a pain in the ass to fight this boss. Oh, I forget, if you don't dodge through that shit, it'll like bullshit crit kill you. Like I said. Oh, I've also seen the hitbox for that attack, because it's in the video I was showing you at the start of the stream. Yeah, I'm not kidding when I say that is stupid levels of BS. Whatever. This whole fight is stupid levels of BS. Listen, it's bad when I start talking like Hermione Granger, trust me. Please for love, you gotta take frostbite damage. Yes. Oh. Once again, thinking I was safe and then forgetting he has artificial hitboxes. I like the kinda sorta but not really remixed version of keep forgetting that attack exists. He uses it once in a blue moon. Every blue moon. Which I guess would be in this world wouldn't be too uncommon considering that that the moon in Rayo Lucaria is literally blue. Watch and witness as the artificial hitboxes of promised Consort Radahn absolutely fucked me over in this fight. Also, shouldn't he keep his... Also, another, like, major, mess-up point with this fight, he doesn't keep his grot status through the cutscene. Like, fuck, even Godfrey kept his rot status through the cutscene. Ah, yes, attempting to do damage. But you're gonna take all the damage ever. Ow, what asshole. Jesus Christ. There we go.
I promise you 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Ah, yes, I love how in the cutscene, or the trailer, they like totally mislead you, where Miquella's like, oh yeah, promise me you'll be my consort. And I'm like, oh cool, we get to be Miquella's consort and get a better ending than Ron's. Wrong. We don't get shit from this DLC. There's nothing interesting that comes from it other than the weapons and armor. And even then, it's kind of made it best. I kind of wanted to have my heart stolen there. I was hoping he'd grab me so I didn't die to that. Yes, gather round, children. Let me educate you on the fact that From Software used artificial hitboxes to make this harder. Goes to show they are really losing their touch. Nice. Now that I've said that, I'm gonna get shitted on by the most toxic community in gaming. The Soulsborne community. And I'm not kidding either, y'all are some jackasses at times. You know, because if I didn't beat difficult game with a DVR pad, I'm not shit, apparently. Do they even make DVR pads that are compatible with the PS5? They must. They do, I've never seen any. You can kind of face tank the boss for 30 seconds. Ah yes, my least favorite. I still haven't beaten this boss, and I have run through this guy with like 16 different... I've made about 700 runs on this boss, and I haven't beaten him. God, Melania is easier than this. Yes, that's right. I just said Melania is easier than this. And she's supposed to be the hardest boss in the game. Like, that's her whole shit. And she's weaker than Miqulla's little... angry boyfriend. The schoolyard... Miqulla, the great twink, is fucking the schoolyard bully. That is the best way I can describe this relationship. Also, technically his step... also, Rahndan is also technically Miqulla's brother. I saw like a funny voice dub skit for Elden Ring, and it's like, guys, please help me. He doesn't know what no means. Which, yeah, considering that Miqulla kind of isolated himself from fucking everybody, it wouldn't be surprising.
1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Also, by the way, one of his magical powers is being able to manipulate people into loving him. Did I mention? Miqulla is a manipulative piece of shit. What the fuck? How am I supposed to dodge an attack I can't fucking see? From Saw. What the fuck was that? Once again, how do I dodge an attack I can't fucking see? Bro thought he could actually grab me from there. Oh, wrong. He just wants to give you a hug. It's kind of funny. Like, Rahndan's whole thing of, like, grabbing you so Miqulla can charm you is just giving you a big bear hug. He's like a rune bear. It's like... Yeah, Miqulla, I hate to say it, but I think your boyfriend has some anger issues. Also, Rahndan also promised to, like, in the artificially made lore of Elden Ring, Shadow of the Seku tree. Skadu tree. That's it. Yes, that is the proper pronunciation of the name, is Skadu, Skadu tree. Or Shadu tree or something like it's some foreign language that I don't know. It's not Gaelic, that's for sure. No, Blythe and Spearfur are Gaelic. I don't know what that... I don't know what it is for... Oh, I keep forgetting, you can't just dodge roll into that attack normally. You have to, like, run past. Listen, when you make very similar attacks because you're rushing the DLC worse than you rush the Bed of Chaos, it makes it really hard to distinguish two separate, this attack from the other Gravity Well attack that he has. And it sucks. Just like this fight. Start. Listen, can we get a consistent Phase 2 start, please? I get shuffling, it adds a little bit of difficulty to the game, but... It's really stupid when you've already got a force of habit of dodging one attack and then he hits you with another. Also, inconsistent damage. This fight is stupid. This fight is so stupid. 0 out of 10. Yeah, like I said, Mesmer is the true final boss of the DLC. This guy is just DLC padding. He's just here to pad the DLC for 5 minutes. Okay, we're starting off with the meteor phase that I have no idea how to dodge other than like casting Rami's Dark Moon right as he gets into the sky. I'm not kidding, you can just cast Rami's Dark Moon. It's considered a magic attack, so... Dark Magician! Dark Magic Attack! Gotta love them artificial hitboxes, though. And for those of you who have just joined the stream, context. I showed off a video, or played the audio of a video. I found someone on Instagram who was showing off the way the hitboxes work in this fight specifically, and oh my god, are they some royal class bullshit. They literally made artificial hitboxes that like extend out in a cylinder around his swords, so that way they're guaranteed to hit you. And they did it to prevent like jump attacks or something. I don't care. So not all fights in Elden Ring are created equal. Moral of the story, FromSoft lied to us when they said they actually put in a lot of effort to this DLC. Well, I wouldn't say that, but they put in enough effort to get us here. Once here, they just decided to wing it. Oh yes, I love being able to... Dude, can he stop? It really just feels like he's doing damage for the sake of damage. Which is not... That's not something I like to say about From Software games, is that the boss is doing damage for the sake of doing damage, but here it feels all too true. Also, I think Black Knife Quiche would have been a better option, but no, the Mimic Tier will help with, dying really quickly. Also, I'd like to complain that I can't bullshit spam Blackblade, the Blackblade incantation, and just like insta-crit him like I do the Elden Beast. God, maybe I should have just stuck to playing Call of Duty Ranked. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go play some COD Ranked. I'm done with this shit. Goodbye. Thanks for